Have you ever stumbled upon a place so magical it felt like a dream? Well, for a young girl named Ella, that dream became her reality. Ella was known throughout her village for her kindness, a heart as bright and warm as the summer sun. One afternoon, while chasing a butterfly with wings like stained glass, she found herself before an old ivy-covered wall. Pushing aside a curtain of leaves, she discovered a hidden gate. Curiosity tingling in her fingertips, she unlatched it and stepped inside. What she saw took her breath away. It was a garden, but not just any garden. It was a symphony of color and light. Roses glowed with an inner fire, lilies chimed like tiny bells, and daisies whispered secrets to the wind. Every single flower was alive, and they could talk. They welcomed Ella with joyful voices, telling her stories of the sun and the moon. From that day on, the garden became her secret haven, a place of wonder and friendship. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in shades of purple and gold, Ella noticed a new addition to the garden. In the very center stood a single rose, unlike any she had ever seen. Its petals shimmered with a celestial light, pulsing softly like a heart. As she drew closer, she heard a voice, not from the petals, but from deep within the glowing core. It was a voice filled with sorrow, a prince's voice, trapped by a terrible curse. The prince explained that a bitter sorceress had imprisoned him within the rose, and only one thing could break the spell: the heart of dawn. It was a legendary gem, said to capture the very first ray of sunrise. But there was a catch: it had to be found and brought back to the rose before the last star faded from the morning sky. If not, he would remain a flower forever, and the garden's magic would wither away into dust. Ella's heart ached for the prince. She looked at her flower friends, their glowing faces filled with worry. She knew what she had to do. With a determined glint in her eye, she promised the prince she would not fail. The flowers rallied around her, offering clues and whispers of ancient lore. The wise old oak at the edge of the garden told her the heart of dawn was hidden atop Shadow Peak Mountain, a treacherous and forbidding place. With no time to waste, Ella set off on her quest. The journey was perilous. She navigated through whispering woods where shadows played tricks on her eyes, and crossed a rushing river on a bridge of tangled roots. Along the way, her kindness was her greatest strength. She helped a family of lost fireflies find their way, and in return, they lit her path. She shared her small piece of bread with a grumpy badger, who then showed her a secret, faster trail up the mountain. Finally, she reached the summit of Shadow Peak. There, nestled in a bed of crystals, was the heart of dawn. It pulsed with a soft, warm light, radiating the promise of a new day. As she reached for it, the first hint of pink appeared on the horizon. Sunrise was coming. Clutching the gem, she raced back down the mountain, her feet flying over the familiar path. She burst back into the garden just as the sky began to brighten. The enchanted rose was starting to dim. "I'm here," she cried, rushing to its side. She gently touched the heart of dawn to the glowing petals. A brilliant flash of pink and gold light erupted from the rose, bathing the entire garden in a magical sunrise. The petals unfurled, and standing in the rose's place was a handsome prince, free at last. The garden rejoiced, the flowers singing a triumphant chorus. The prince, his eyes filled with gratitude, thanked Ella for her incredible bravery. He explained that the sorceress's curse was fueled by loneliness and anger, but Ella's pure-hearted kindness was a magic far stronger. As the sun rose fully, its rays made the heart of dawn dissolve into a million sparkling motes of light, scattering across the garden and making it more vibrant than ever before. Ella and the prince stood together, watching the new day begin, a beautiful reminder that even in the darkest of nights, courage and kindness can make the most beautiful things bloom. Thank you so much for joining us on this magical adventure. If you loved Ella's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more enchanting tales. See you next time.